Um, Hello, greetings to you. So today I will be presenting about some of the failed IT projects in the history of computer development. So the first project that I chose was something called the Cover Oregon. It is a U.S. federal government's own healthcare exchange portal, or in other words, it was a website that expanded the availability of health insurance to a large number of people. Here are some reasons the project failed. The project was unable to register applicants at its launch. The second reason was that the online application system was only partially automated by March 2014, 3 months after the target date. So that means that there was a lot of delay in the project. The third reason is that the cost to overcome deficiencies was $78 million, and that is why the project was ditched instead. Instead, they chose to go for a $6 to $7 million refund on the previous framework older framework that they were working on. The project also failed to accurately track project process and it was also overly positive reports that masked the underlying project problems of the project. Another failed project is called the FoxMares ERP program. The project was an attempt to increase efficiency. Foxmare purchased a SAP system, which is a system applications and products portal, and a warehouse automation system, and hired Anderson Consulting to integrate and implement the two in what was supposed to be a $35 million project. This project failed because of the following four reasons. There was an unrealistic timeline for the entire project, which was 18 months. It was hard to implement it in 18 months. The warehouse employees whose jobs were to be replaced by this automation were not very supportive of this cause. So in protest, the workers damaged some of the inventory that was supposed to be uploaded to this project's database. The whole project was overall less effective. Only 10,000 orders were fulfilled instead of the 420,000 orders under the old manual framework. And workers were generally taking 420,000 orders a day, which the new system failed to challenge. The third project that I will be talking about is the Knight Riders Viewtron project. Knight Rider Media was a giant and was right to think that the future of home information delivery would be via a computer. The service offered banking, shopping, news, and advertisements delivered over a custom terminal with color graphics capabilities beyond those of the typical PC of the time. So the typical PC of the time did not support color graphics. So this project failed because of the contradictions in its goal. Um, the project wanted to um, automate banking and shopping through a terminal, but also wanted to do another goal for the company's benefits. So the goal of the project was not very clear, and the initial cost of the system was placed at $900, but then was decreased to $600 because of this failure, and it only attracted 20,000 customers. So the project offered too much to too many people without having ample amount of interested users. And it might have been too ahead of its time, we can say. Uh, and and sometimes you can be so far ahead of the curve that you can fall right off the edge, is what the newspapers wrote about this project's failure. Some common reasons of project failures are unclear goals and objectives, like the Viewtron project, lack of project visibility. Visibility includes project transparency of task status, clear communication, and good documentation management, which was also lacking in the Viewtron project. There's also one terminology called scope creep. The project scope is either too broad for consumers or too complicated for developers to implement, which was also a problem of the Viewtron project. And there also can be no real progress track of the project. Delays can end up compromising the whole project, which is what the Foxmare ERP project did by giving an unrealistic amount of time to implement the project. So that was the presentation. Thank you.